Hello, welcome to Channel Messages with Sandra. I had peanuts, so I'm going to maybe sneeze. I have a little allergy to them, but I love them. What are you gonna do? So today is May 25th, 2023, International Tarot Day. So yay, we're gonna do cards. I'm gonna do one group card and start with Gemini because we're in Gemini season again. So hopefully you know the rules and the guidelines. If you like, hit like and subscribe and share. You take what resonates. Sometimes you need to save it for a future day. And then sometimes you need to share it with someone else, because often, a little bit more than we think, we'll be listening to our sign and it's like, oh my gosh, that's my friend or my sister. So that happens. So, you know, sometimes you become the channeler and the medium and you pass that information on. Peanuts. I think that's it. Okay. So, you know, we've all been saged and smudged and it's all good. All right, one group card. So I'm using the Crystal Vision Tarot, and then if we need clarifiers, I'm going to have the energy deck. So the group card. Oh, group card is the Queen of Pentacles. It's not completely in reverse. I got it like this. So if you know what that means, one aspect of how we can interpret that is it's not a yes, it's not a no. There's some delays, but some go ahead. So the Queen of Pentacles, she's sitting pretty. This is the time. This is the time to plant, to harvest the things that are coming up, to appreciate what you have. Take inventory. Take inventory of everything that you have. And that's the message. In this deck, they can hide behind the masks. So we might also want to explore who's hiding behind the mask and why. Why? Why would they hide behind a mask? Why would we hide behind a mask? It's like, you know, one of those come out wherever you are. No more hiding in the forest. No more hiding. Put your beliefs in stone, if you will, kind of, because we do know that sometimes our beliefs can change, only because we don't know what we don't know type of scenario, and beliefs change, our taste buds change. Okay, that's the group card. Thank you. Moving on to, and we're gonna do the Gemini because it's Gemini season. Okay, so you just got the Tower, but it's in reverse. This is going to tell us that you more than likely have already gone through a Tower moment. Now, a Tower moment doesn't always have to be complete destruction or annihilation. It doesn't have to be completely, craziness. But it lets us know where our foundations are a little loose, where we should shore up and strengthen. So any weakness, and weakness is just a knowing of something that we want to strengthen. It's not a fault, it's not bad, it's not anything like that. It's just something where we want to strengthen. So strengthen, because it's in reverse. I'm picking up you have to tell someone else, oh, okay, I don't like doing this way, but I'm going to have to because that's the message. I always start my readings as nothing's bad, don't say anything I haven't said yet. So obviously you can't do the latter, but the former, nothing's bad. What this is telling you is You, someone else is going to be talking about a mini, small, little bit of flame, fire, smoke, smell, something. If it's you, you take care of it. That's all. We make sure we shut the stove off. If you smoke something, you make sure it's all out. You smell something in the car, you take care of that. But that's going to be for quite a few people. I'm also getting the environment. So, Gemini, there's something going around you. So fix that. Adjust where you can. I mean, we can't do certain things. Individually, we can find that we can't do much about what they're doing to the environment, but we can do our part, and tell them to stop spraying the skies and stop doing this, and and then collectively, because this feels like you need to be more collective. Collective in two ways. Collective as in gathering your wits, gathering your stuff, gathering your wisdom, I'm hearing. Again, with the smell of smoke, because I'm smelling it now, so with one of those deals, no worries. And if it's, because it can also pertain to, more figuratively, and then also a relationship. So if it pertains to a relationship, you know how they say, oh, where there's smoke, there's fire? Sometimes that's true. In fact, frequently it's true. We love people, we want to trust people, but it doesn't hurt to verify. We verify people's, if they came to us for employment, or we're going to hire a handyman or something, or purchase a car, we're going to research it a little bit. And if you're not, you better start. All right, thank you, Gemini. Moving on to Cancer. Cancer, you got the Ten of Wands. Tens are completion of one cycle, beginning of another, the 1 and the 0. But I'm hearing at the end of the summer, so this one's going to go with you for a little while. At the end of the summer, pack the bags. Whether you're helping someone pack their bags to get out, free will, you use your own intuition. You're helping, even a friend or something to help pack their bags, they're leaving, but this is packing bags. I'm going to get a clarifier because, yep, Healer of the Ages. I was also wondering if it was going to be a cruise. Now, it still could be a cruise or a vacation. Absolutely. But this is the healer. Healer of the Ages. So whoever you call on to heal, our higher selves, yourself, loved ones, guardian angels, call on that person to help this person. However that's going to show up, because they really need help. I keep hearing they need help. They need help packing and deciding. I have a storage unit I have to go through. I can get rid of some of it, but what I'm paying for the storage unit, I can buy new stuff if I need it in the future. And that's if I need it. I don't even know if I'm going to need it. So I have to change that behavior. Same thing here. All right. Thank you, Cancer. Moving on to Leo. Oh, Leo, you got 9 of Swords. Now, in this card, the crystal vision, it can really look like sorrow. And it frequently is, but it's also make sure you're resting. Because wearing red we know is passion, life's blood and energy, the chi. You have to make sure you have all that information for yourself. Make sure you have the rest period. And for some of you, if you're resting too much, it's time to get up. You want to know why? Because you see those birds, they're like all waiting for you. So you might have a congregation, you might have a community, a household, loved ones. They're waiting for you. Get up. People are emailing you. It's like, would you email me back? Would you text me? Just call them. Let me know you're okay. Let them know you're okay. All right. That was Leo. Thank you. Moving on to Virgo. Yeah, they're short readings. If you want a longer reading, contact me. And if you want a longer reading from any of the cards, contact me. Oh, I should write that down, put that in the description just in case. Thank you, Virgo, for waiting. Virgo, you got the Chariot. This is a Cancer coming towards you. This is Cancer coming towards you. So pay attention, one, to health, always to health. We pay attention to that because, you know, we want to put good fuel in the car, and so that drives. We put, you know, we use, even doing the dishes. There's one product that really cuts the grease and really gets in the dishes. And then there's other products that don't cost as much, but they don't do the job. So this is a reminder to use quality if you want. This is also a reminder because Chariots, you're thinking of going. But this is a reminder to enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. Look around. Go sightseeing. Go outside. The sun is the best healer there is. Truly. Go outside. That's your balancing. Barefoot, if you can, you know, safety first, do what you have to do. But we need those ions and all that. This is science and not science and spiritual and all of that. But it's true. We need that grounding to be whole. This is a machine. The machine needs certain things to operate at optimal levels. The sun and grounding is one. All right, thank you, Virgo. Moving on to Libra. Oh, Libra, you got 9 of Pentacles. This feels like you're on a journey to meet more people, have more friends. Even if it's only one, sometimes we only need that one more, or one to begin with. I always tell a story. I went through years of isolation where I didn't, nothing, no one really to talk to, crazy time. And then I had to go out and make friends. And it was a lovely period of time reflecting back. It was a little nerve-wracking at the time. It's harder to make friends when you get older, but it's doable. So if you need more friends, Libra, make them. But this tells us you need to go out more. You need the balance of the nature. There's a peacock in here. Wonder if it's a peahen though. It's a peahen. So this is definitely surround yourself with more females. And if you're a male, surround yourself with more females. If you're in one of those families where everyone's a female, children, just everyone who seems to be in the family is female. That happens. And I know some people that the whole family seems to be more male. That's okay. In fact, that's usually better because for this reading, and sometimes in life, because this tells us you're absorbing, but not stealing, absorbing the feminine energy to balance you out sometimes. And that's a beautiful thing. And even if you're female, it doesn't matter. We need more friends, most of us. We need more friends. We need more people around. And all I keep hearing is just beautiful times, good fortune, good luck. Stick to your guns. Where did that saying come from? Stick to your gun. Or stick to your, stick to what you believe in. Stick to your beliefs. As long as, you know, we don't hurt other people. We don't do that. All right, Libra, that was good. Thank you, Libra. Moving on to Scorpio. Oh, Scorpio, you got, if you don't know why, but I keep these cards in the deck. I keep getting cold in here, then warm and cold. It's the season. So, nothing in a reading goes wasted. So if they're having me talk about getting cold and hot, check one, of course, your hormones. I'm not a doctor, but, you know, just check. You check how you're feeling. Make sure, sometimes that could be thyroid. Not a doctor, you must look into that. So, but hot and cold, sometimes that could be just the place is off. Open a window. So this card I keep in because there's a story behind it. I won't bore you again for those that already know. But it reminds us in the channeling section of this to write. Make sure you're writing as you're supposed to be. Well, I don't know what that means. Now, some people need to write because they need to have correspondence. They need to write for business. They need to write a book. They need to write however that shows up. But I'm seeing journaling. I'm also seeing almost when they talk about esoteric knowledge, I'm also seeing where it needs to be transcribed. Something needs to be transcribed. The writing isn't correct. Something about the writings that's off, or maybe it's something that you're going to mail away, or you're even posting on Facebook, and it's like, oh, just check the grammar. Just check, that's all. All right, thank you, Scorpio. Moving on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, oh, Sagittarius, you get justice. For some, not all, I'm hearing that somebody did you wrong. Somebody's been lying behind your back. Somebody's been talking about you. But when that happens, it usually affects how other people treat us. Because one, they believe it. Two, people are biased and prejudiced, and so even if it's not something devastating, it's like, I'm hearing watch the justice. And some people can dish it out, but they can't dish it in, right? Is that the saying? I would just check yourself first. We always check ourselves first. We check ourselves, and then we check those around us. We don't have to complain every time or tell them like, oh, because then it sounds like nagging, or what's that saying? Watch the battles. You don't have to fight every single battle, because then it's too much. It's just too much. Don't fight every single battle. Does everything have to be a battle for you and for someone immediately to you? Rest. Justice comes around. Justice comes around. Thank you, Sagittarius. Moving on to Capricorn. Oh, I just want to draw a line here so I remember, because if I don't write, I'll forget. One time I did a reading, and I think I did like 3 cancers or something. Yes, it's channel. Yes, I'm a channeler. Yes, I'm a medium. But, and they probably needed a longer reading. I get that. But I like to stick to a plan whenever I can. So, Capricorn, you got the devil. Now, that's apropos, yes? This is strange, because what I'm hearing is, so it's your season. It's your season to eat what you want to eat. Health. We always talk about health. Listen to the group one. I think I talk about the food and how we feed ourselves there, I think. Listening to music. This card, because it's not like the devil in other decks. This is, it's Pan from Shakespeare, from those writers. I'm not saying writer anymore, because Shakespeare, I believe, like many, that it was a collaboration. There were several, and not just one Shakespeare person. I am hearing go vulnerable. Safety first. We shore up our boundaries. We must know our boundaries intimately. because then we know when somebody's crossing them. We know that once they are crossed, because sometimes we don't know that something was a boundary until somebody crosses it or disturbs it. This feels like, don't let them disturb you. Keep your peace and be vulnerable. Sometimes the devil can represent substance abuse, beliefs that are really out of sync with a spirituality or a spiritual journey. So just make sure you're checking them also. All right. Thank you, Capricorn. And again, if you want a longer reading, contact me. All right. Thank you. All right. Moving on to Aquarius. Aquarius. You have 5 of Pentacles. My palm's itchy. Oh, you're both receiving money and giving it away. Because I know it's opposite on the camera, but with my left hand, so this is a loss of money. This is a loss of income, a loss of home, a loss. Even my bearings don't feel stable and strong. Something feels off with that. Let me get a clarifier. Okay. Door to spirit. That's a loss. I don't give death dates. I don't talk about that in private readings a little bit more. Here I will not. Even when they're channeling it to me, because, you know, for obvious reasons, we're not having where we can have a dialogue. But this is a loss. So if it's a loss in a soul, or if it's a loss, and sometimes we're still not over the loss of 10 years ago. It doesn't have to be an immediate loss right now. If we're not over something, you know, if your mom passed and you miss your mom, when does that end, really? So this is door to spirit, and it's 32. That's another 5. That's another 5. Things are going to be changing. You're going to go through a period of time where things are. It feels like it's going to be changing fast. It's like, how the hell did that happen? Just know you get through it. Door to spirit works both ways. It works where they come to visit us. We could go to visit them in our dreams. And that's where we get our guidance. Door to spirit. Keep your door to spirit open. Guidance. Ask. You have not because you ask not. Well, sometimes you ask the same thing for 200 years. When am I going to get it? When is this going to happen? Go with the flow. Change is inevitable. Change is coming. Some of it's going to be a little harsh. You'll get through it. It's not going to necessarily be devastating. Don't go there. I'm not saying anything. But you're going to feel it. And we go to spirit for guidance. Our higher self, we consider spirit also. Go there for guidance. All right. Thank you, Aquarius. Moving on to Pisces. Oh, I think I just... Pisces, 8 of Cups. This is moving away from the past, going into the future. Pisces, this is to get out of the doldrums, get out of the emotions. We all go into the emotions. I go there frequently. I'm working on it, but that's my journey in this life, to work on that. This is to get out of the doldrums, get out of the emotions, get out of the sinking feeling from that pond, from that river, from that water. It's too much. It's too wet. And that's another thing. If you're in an area where you're going to get a lot of storms in the near week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, pay attention and plan accordingly. I channel as I get it. Plan accordingly. And you see the cattails, some call them cat of 9 tails, and they have other names because that's not the official one. So, cat of 9 tails, one are food. It's a food source. So look it up. Learn how to forage. Learn how to use herbs. Grow your own. But this is getting out of something that was weighing you down. This is time. It's time. You're going. Go with it. Don't look back. Right? You don't look back. You're not going that direction. All right. Thank you, Pisces. Moving on to Aries. Aries. Aries, you got 6 of Swords. Now, 5 of Swords, if you know, 5s are usually challenges, obstacles, heartbreak, loss, etc. But this is like, this card always, even in some of the other decks, it just reminds me like, and if you know the phrase, I'm picking up my tiddlywinks and going home. That's what this card reminds me of. However, in this case, she's dropping it. It's like, I fought a good freaking battle. I'm dropping the battle because I'm going to win the war. I'm not going to fight every single battle any longer. I'm going to go towards the light in a light, positive, spiritual sense. In the collective soul sense. I'm not going to be alone anymore. Aries, this is, I'm not going to, oh, I keep hearing that. I will not, I refuse to be alone anymore. Even if you're, sometimes people in a household of 10 or families, and you get hundreds and thousands of cousins, a lot of people feel alone. This is to tell yourself you're not alone. One, you're with you. No matter where you go, there you are. You're not alone. Make friends with that person. Make friends with her or him. And this is to follow the birds. Oh, I don't know. I just heard follow the birds. All right. Thank you, Aries. Moving on to Taurus. Taurus, you got 3 of Wands. This is you leaving the light on for someone. They're either not coming. Don't know your personal history or story. I'm talking, this is a general reading. But this is 3 of Wands. This is something. And see how my left eye hurts. So it maybe, you know, doesn't hurt to take it from a medium to go get our eyes checked. Or if somebody else, it could be validation that you just had them checked or got new glasses. That's fine. But because this is sight. You see how she's shining the light on for someone. Always shine it on for yourself first. Always, always, always self first. But she's with that lion cub. You're not alone. Just you have to learn a little bit more first before you continue. You need to learn a little bit more before inviting perhaps someone into your heart completely. We learn about ourselves until the day our eyes close in this realm, and then we leave the body. Till that moment, we're still learning on some level regarding something. This is stabilize. Stabilize what you already have. You know, they say the grass is always greener on the other side. Is it? Is it really? Is that just a perspective? Sometimes it's greener on the other side because they're taking care of it. Water your own grass. Take care of yourself. And if there's something beyond the mountains that are for you, it will come to you. Just will. All right. Thank you, Taurus. Oh, that made me feel a little, not melancholy, softer. All right. Oh, that's it. Okay. So I want to thank everyone for listening, for joining. Hit like, subscribe, share. Open to comments and questions. If you need a longer reading, contact me. Take what resonates. Hold on to some of the information. They're mini, truly, these are super mini readings, but you can still get a lot out of it. You can extrapolate something. Something, it usually can be pertain to your life or that someone close to you, and you have to relay the message. That's it, I think. So remember, you are loved, and you are lovable. You're worthy. We do the best we can. Strive for perfection is crazy. We strive for progress. I tell people I'm a better person today than I was yesterday. Well, definitely a whole different person than I was a year ago, 6 months ago, and more. Take each day and recognize that you're a wonderful human being and that you're striving to be better, that you're going to keep going. I don't know, feels good. Feels good. All right. Go play.